Did you know that Western saddles were created out of necessity? Once the first stock saddles were mastered, cowboys wanted something a little more comfortable, so by the 1800s, modern saddles began to evolve. In this video, we'll tell you the story of a famous saddle maker, show you the basics of saddle making, and recommend a few saddle making schools to get you going. Pretty soon, you'll be building saddles more impressive than a prairie dog with a top hat. Meet Ken Tipton, an award-winning master saddler in Winnemucca, Nevada, with over 50 years of experience. Since his younger days, Ken's passion for leather had always been evident. He honed his skills at the renowned J.M. Capriola Company in Elko, Nevada. Ken remembers the time fondly. When I set foot in Capriola's, they had this phenomenal saddle maker named Chip Drush. The man was a gem, a genuine artisan. Not only was he a master saddle maker, but he also had a knack for gun engraving and silversmithing. Plus, the guy could strum a guitar and banjo like a pro. Ken spent his time learning at Capriola's but also getting hands-on training from every expert he could find. I spent a significant amount of time apprenticing, particularly with Chip at Capriola's, but my true growth came from dissecting pieces I admired. Sometimes I'd even purchase saddles that caught my eye just to pull them apart and understand their intricacies. This helped me infuse those elements into my craft. Ken says that self-teaching led him to silverwork, where he learned engraving and became a master. There were times I'd be proud of my work, only to later realize it wasn't up to the mark. That's when I'd seek out other maestros in the field for guidance. This quest for knowledge is something I'm committed to even today. Ken and his wife Kathy opened their first saddlery in 1973 in Elko, Nevada. He was keen on learning and would continue adding to his skill set through the years. Now, his saddlery, called Tip's Western Wear and Custom Saddles, is in Winnemucca, Nevada. It's an institution in the town. Ken says, "I enjoy learning new ideas from anyone I can. It seems almost everyone has something to share if we spend the time to watch and listen." His customers include working buckaroos, riders who are active in team roping and rodeo competition, and well-to-do gentlemen and lady ranchers. Ken's saddles represent his region's continued love of the traditional West and also the evolution of Western saddles. Making a Western saddle starts with its foundation, the saddle tree. The saddle tree is the backbone of the saddle. It is usually crafted from laminated wood and covered in rawhide sections. This component makes sure the saddle retains its shape and provides a solid foundation. Next comes the crafting of the saddle skirt and seat. With the aid of a hydraulic press, saddlers cut out the saddle skirt. The saddle seat is carefully hand-cut using a round knife. This piece gets utmost attention because it's what separates a good ride from a sore behind. After the skirt and seat comes edging. Edges of each section are meticulously shaved in a technique called skiving. This keeps each piece fitted snugly onto the saddle tree without any protrusions. The iconic horn, an integral component of the Western saddle, comes next. The horn serves as an anchor for the lariat rope. After gluing the leather section that fits around the horn stem, the saddler crafts a lip around the horn's top, fastens a horn cap, and adds interlocking stitches for a finished look. Next, saddlers strategically placed leather strips on the saddle tree, enhancing the seat's form. After several layers, including a tin reinforcement, the seat takes its recognizable shape. Detailing and artistry follow, with intricate engravings on the leather that hark back to a time when ornate saddles signaled a cowboy's prestige. Next come metal plates, and major part of the saddle rigging. Then sheepskin is placed on the underside of the saddle to increase comfort for the horse. And lastly, the finishing touches. From stirrups to oiling the saddle, the finishing touches complete the saddle and make it into a functional piece of art. Are you interested in making saddles? The best way is by going to school for saddle making. There are a few schools around the country, and many of them offer short, intensive programs. Online classes aren't recommended for beginners. Saddlers agree you need the hands-on approach to really understand saddle making. The Western Leather Academy, Sierra Saddlery School, and Capstone School of Saddlery are just a few. For more about saddle making schools, famous saddle makers, saddle making videos, and other cool stuff, click on the link below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more from Bits and Spurs.